I think I was coming to terms with myself. Oh, style. Some people in the comments are really messy. Like the doctor never told me that I'd have signs that I'm not fertile. I never knew my limit. I would drink to the point where I would black out. Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. I don't know why I'm nervous. I feel like I haven't really done a sit down video and talked to you guys in a really long time. Today I'm gonna be doing a sit down video and I'm gonna be answering some of your questions and honestly giving you some advice, because I feel like these past 4 years of my life have been very formative years and I've learned so much. I've read so many self-help books. I've learned so much about myself and others. And yeah, I kind of just want to share that knowledge with you guys, or at least what I've learned or some of my wisdom, if you could say. And if you guys want to keep seeing more videos like this, comment down below. Make sure you tell me, because I don't know, I feel like I'm at a time in my life where if I'm going to put out content, I want it to help others or inspire others in any shape or form. So I feel like if I could do that to at least one person, it'll make me happy and it'll make what I'm doing for a living worth it. Y'all sure did ask some questions, so I'm gonna be answering them right now, just for y'all. The first question is, how do I stay so motivated? The thing is, for me, and I feel like for most people, motivation comes to me in waves. There'll be moments in my life where I don't feel motivated at all. I feel a little burnt out, especially when it comes to my content, my creativity, or even what I'm doing with my life. I feel a little burnt out. And in those very moments, what I've realized has kept me going is never motivation, it's discipline. It's the discipline for me to get up as soon as my alarm rings, brush my teeth, get ready, go straight to the gym, come home, shower, do my homework, get ready, film content, pick up my sister. Just the discipline to get everything I need to get done, to get up and show up for myself every single day, is truly what has in a way changed my life. I've learned discipline, not only discipline in showing up for myself in the gym, but also even discipline in cleaning. Because y'all, I'm not gonna lie, growing up, I wasn't the most organized. I was never dirty, but I wasn't organized. Like, I would have everything anywhere and everywhere. And now I've kind of created a habit to, okay, when my laundry basket is almost full, I'm not gonna wait until it overfills and I have to do my laundry. I'm gonna do it now. And me waking up early, I've learned that as soon as my alarm rings, instead of being like 10 more minutes and turning it off, or 20 more minutes, 30 more minutes and extending it, I literally 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up and go. I actually learned this from Mel Robbins. I'm telling y'all, I've been reading a lot of self-help books. It takes 21 days to make a habit. If you discipline yourself for those 21 days, your brain will automatically have that be a part of your routine. So that is a huge thing. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline is where it's at. Any motivation to lose weight. I've been trying for months, but I can never find the motivation. Marilyn, this kind of correlates to the discipline. It's great to have motivation. It's great to have a support system, your family motivating you, and who you watch online motivating you. I think that's great. Those are factors that can really help in your journey. But again, at the end of the day, it all comes to you. I've learned this the hard way. I used to think that someone's gonna come save me. That's not how it works. At the end of the day, it comes from you and your discipline. You really have to discipline yourself and you really have to show up for yourself, especially on the days where you don't want to. Someone said, what helped you find your style? Oh, style. When I think of fashion, I literally cringe. There was a time where I would try to, how do I even word this? I was trying different styles, especially when I first moved out to LA. The style in LA is very different to the style I had in Miami. In Miami, it was just jeans, my white Air Forces, and a crop top. And y'all actually gave me so much hate for that, but I was a teenager. I was literally 19, 18, about to be 20. And that was the most comfortable for me. But y'all hated that era. Like, I would not take off the Air Forces. If I would wear the Air Forces with a dress, I would wear the Air Forces with anything. I even think I showed up to the Hype House prom in a prom dress with Air Forces on. Oh, how embarrassing. It took me years to find my style. And even now that I kind of have a grip on what I feel like looks good on my body, I still find myself struggling to find things that look good on me, on my body at least. Because again, for me, and for the curvier girls, I feel like a lot of you guys can relate to this. It is really hard for me to find outfits that fit me perfectly. I feel like I always have to find form-fitting outfits, like outfits that will accentuate my body and not make me look bigger or wider than what I actually am. And it took me a really long time to figure that out, because what looks good on a really thin girl is not gonna look good on me. It could look so good on that thin girl, and I would try it on and I look a hot mess. You guys don't understand. Like, I really wanted to pop off in those outfits because they look so cute on the thin girls, but that's just not the case for me. And you know what might look good on me as a curvy girl wouldn't look good on a thin girl. So it's very vice versa. But what I've learned is I started off with just wearing basics. Like, for example, I have a basic on right now, and accessorize with it. So I get one basic top, let's say a black tank top, add jeans, sandals, and then accessorize, do my hair and makeup. That's how you kind of start and you build a foundation to getting cuter outfits. Another thing I did was also dress up as my Venus sign. I did that on TikTok, and for me, classier, more feminine and form-fitting outfits look best on me. So why did you stop going on TikTok live? Okay, so I know I used to go on TikTok live every single day, and honestly, I love talking to you guys. I really do. Thing is, with TikTok live, I feel like sometimes things get clipped and they get taken out of context, because it's happened to me so many times. And some people in the comments are really messy, and I'm trying to stay away from drama. And honestly, I'm also trying to avoid hate because it's just draining. It really is draining. And that's also another reason why I took a step back from the internet, and I've been posting a lot less. I've been posting a lot more on my Instagram and a lot more on YouTube, because I feel like TikTok can just be so negative sometimes. And like Tyler, the creator, said, he said, you're getting hate and you're crying about it, just turn off your phone. He low-key ate with that. It's true. All I gotta do is just turn off my phone. I've been in an era where I just want to find myself, and I kind of want to block out the hate while I'm doing it. But we can talk through here. Like, if you guys comment, I'll answer. You can DM me. But I check my comments more than my DMs. So if you have any questions, if you want to talk to me, just comment on here, y'all. I'll talk to you. What do you use for skincare? Not only that body tea, that Skin Beat tea, and So Glowy. I actually have a very short skincare routine. It used to be a lot more, but then I realized there's no point. Oh, and also thank you. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Sorry, y'all. Thank you so much for the compliment. I took Accutane. That's why my skin is so clear. I took it when I was 15. But what I use for my everyday skincare for my skin to be glowy, because my skin wasn't glowy back then, I use this Birch Juiced Moisturizing UV Block Sunscreen. It has SPF 45. This is like a Korean sunscreen that I actually got put on by an old friend of mine, and I bought in Korea, and it is bomb. This literally makes your skin glow, and I like to place it on my neck and my hands, because baby, that is where the signs of aging start to show. Not that there's anything wrong with aging, it's a beautiful thing, but me, I would like to look as youthful and beautiful for as long as I can. So I wear this every single day, and then usually after I put that on, I would put on a little tiny bit of moisturizer. Tatcha moisturizer, I would live, breathe. Yeah, I would literally like die by on this hill. This is such a good moisturizer. I use this every single day. This is one of the reasons why my skin is so glowy. My mom loves it too. Tatcha, I love you. Even though it is a little pricey, I will say this is an investment for me. It works, and it's amazing. Then on top of that, once I'm done, I'll put on this Caudalie spray. Y'all, when I went to Europe, these were literally like 20 bucks. Here in the US, they're like 50. So I made sure to stock up. But this right here kind of gives you like a minty, fresh feel. It kind of wakes me up in the morning, and I love putting this on after doing my skincare. How has college been going? So as a lot of you guys know, I'm back in college. I've actually been in college now for 2 semesters. So around 6 months, I would say. And it's been going great. It is a little time consuming, even though I'm only taking 1 class. But school is going great. I'm starting 3 classes next semester, because I'm very close to getting my associates actually. But yeah, I switched my major. I'm officially like gonna be a full-time college student, and I am excited, also a little bit nervous, but sorry about that, y'all. My camera turned off. The next question is, what has been your biggest setback this year? Love you. I love you too. Thank you so much for supporting me. My biggest setback this year has been me. The best way I could say it is this whole year has been really hard on me. I think I was coming to terms with myself, my mental health, the mistakes I've made in my past. I've really taken this time this past year to look at myself and my reflection and see the good and the bad, where I've gone wrong in situations that maybe I didn't see in the past, where I've messed up, and how moving forward I can do better and be a better person. That's really what I've been doing this past year. I've been reading a lot of self-help books. I've really been trying to figure out also what's wrong with me, if you want to say. And after talking to my doctor, we officially diagnosed me with anxiety and depression. Like, I go through stages in life where it isn't anything big, and that's something that I used to beat myself up about. Like, it could just be someone is angry at me because I did something wrong, and literally, like, my brain will not stop thinking about it. It would not. It would eat me up. Like, it would be every thought possible regarding that situation will go through my head, and if it would feel like I was frozen. Someone said, how has it been with your medication? So a lot of you guys didn't know, I started taking Wellbutrin. Wellbutrin is officially for depression. I haven't really come on the internet and said I've had depression, but I'm pretty sure I've been depressed my whole life. But I think I have a feeling that my anxiety is definitely a lot worse than my depression, and me being so anxious my whole life has made my depression worse. But now that I'm on Wellbutrin, yeah, this is the weirdest thing ever. I've been out in public starting conversations with strangers. Pause. A lot of y'all are probably like, girl, that's literally a normal thing to do. I wouldn't do that. Before the Wellbutrin, like, I was too shy or too scared that someone else would judge me, so I wouldn't start a conversation with a stranger. I'd even be scared to compliment my favorite fucking influencer in person. Like, I wouldn't approach people that I wanted to approach. I wouldn't talk to people. And being on Wellbutrin, first day, I immediately felt a shift. I felt a difference. I felt so happy. And for the very first time in my life, the voices in my head that would just play on and on and on and on all day were quiet. And anytime I would have a thought, rather than me just sitting and dwelling on it, it would just be a passing thought. Before, I would have a thought and my mind would just spiral into that thought, and that would literally ruin my day. So I decided to do my little research. And I was like, why is this pill working so fast on me? Like, this can't be normal, you know? Usually it takes like a month to kick in. So I did my research and I found out that there's this thing called inattentive ADHD. I feel like ADHD shows up different in a lot of people. When you think of someone with ADHD, you think someone that's like jumping up and down, very energetic, and jumps from conversation to conversation, gets distracted very easily. I would never be like, oh, I have ADHD. I would never think that. But after doing my research, I was reading into the inattentive ADHD, and I checked almost every single box except for the social one. I have a feeling that my depression and my anxiety might be misdiagnosed, and it could just have been ADHD because I do have trouble concentrating. Ever since I was a little girl, when I would be in classes, my teachers would tell my mom that I was just daydreaming and I was never paying attention. But I think it never got diagnosed because I never came off as a hyperactive. I've never been a very like a very super energetic person. But that's something I'm gonna talk to a doctor about, and I'm just gonna figure that out with them. Biggest style inspiration. Ooh. I don't have one specific person that I look up to for style. I literally just scroll on TikTok, and if I see something that I like, I click, I look at price, and I buy. Is there any brands or products that I would like to collab with? Ooh. I'm trying to think of something that I really, really like to use on the daily. Honestly, I think makeup brands. I use, MAC. I have MAC on my lips right now. Huda Beauty. Literally, my face powder is Huda Beauty. Makeup by Mario. My foundation. I love makeup. Believe it or not. I actually did my makeup today. Let me show you guys. I love doing my makeup, and I feel like I stopped doing it for a while. I just stopped. I got lazy and I was sad. And now that I'm medicated, I'm doing way better. That's literally why. If you want me to be real, like an actual dream brand. Since I was 17. And if you guys followed me when I was 17, I was in my gym era, girl. Like, I was going to that gym 24/7. The viejitos hated to see me coming in the mornings. They hated. Well, actually, no, I think they actually loved me from how much they were staring, but they hated to see me coming. For the longest, it's been Gymshark, actually. It has been my dream collab. I always wanted to be a Gymshark athlete. Fast forward 6 years later, like, it's still something that I'm like, wow, like, that would be great. That would be amazing to do. But I've kind of grown a love for Honor Active. Like, I have their soft motion leggings. Those leggings are bomb. Like, Honor Active really did the damn thing. And I don't know if they do collabs or things like that, but my dream collab would be either with my favorite makeup brands that I mentioned or Honor Active and Gymshark. What are some symptoms I had before knowing I had PCOS? I grow a lot of hair on my chin and on my mustache. A lot. I can shave my hair today and at night, I'll literally have it growing back. It's really, really bad. Honestly, my fatigue, I would be very tired. It being almost damn near impossible for me to lose weight for the longest. And the thing is, I didn't have PCOS before. So I don't really know. But what really made me find out was when I found out that I was insulin resistant. But hopefully I can heal PCOS on my own. I need to get tested for it again. Like the doctor never told me that I'd have signs that I'm not fertile, which was one of my biggest worries. How long did it take you to get your dream body? You see, I'm still on this journey, girl. Let me tell you, I am nowhere near where I want to be. I'm, I think, 10, 15 pounds to reaching my goals, which in hindsight, that doesn't really sound like a lot, but it is. That's about, I would say about like 6 months. So I would give myself until January or let's say my birthday, my 25th birthday, how about that, to reach my goals. I feel closer than ever. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of crazy finally, but it's taken me like 4 years because, you know, life happens. I wasn't disciplined. I was drinking in LA. Like I was just distractions and I wasn't taking care of myself or eating the food. I was eating out a lot. Just a lot of things. Love you too, by the way. Does the hate still affect you and how do you deal with it? It depends on what the hate is. It gets to a point where people just repeat things a lot, like this, a lot of the same thing, and it's kind of, I've realized that a lot of the hate that I get is just like, oh, a group of people think this, okay, and they run with it. Like, for example, a lot of people say I'm a mean girl. I think 5 years ago that would have bothered me, but now I'm like, okay, there's nothing I could do about it. Like, if you think I'm a mean girl, that's fine. I know myself. The people around me know me, and I most definitely know I'm not a mean girl. But can I be a bitch sometimes? Yes, I'm a human being. I'm not always in a good mood 24/7. But am I gonna be mean to you for no reason? No. If you try me, like, I will stand up for myself. I don't think that makes me a mean girl whatsoever. I don't expect everyone to like me. And vice versa. Like, I'm not gonna like everyone that I meet in my life. It doesn't mean I'm jealous of them. It doesn't make me a mean person or them a mean person. But what you will not see is me hating on them or bashing them or body shaming them. That's kind of where you cross the line. It's okay. You don't have to like me, but as soon as you start disrespecting me or coming for my appearance or coming for my family or even my character, that's where you kind of cross the line, because you don't see me doing that. And if I did that, then y'all will for real call me a mean girl. One thing you love and dislike about Miami. Ooh, okay. There's a huge difference with the people in LA versus in Miami. I feel like I get along with the personalities from LA a lot more. Or California, let's say California, not just LA, California, even like the locals and the people, I feel like I get along with them a lot more. I feel like my interests and my beliefs align with them a lot more compared to the people in Miami. I'll leave it at that. Something I do love is the fact that my family's here, and I love the beach. California had beaches, but I felt like I couldn't get in the beaches from California. That water was cold, but here in Miami, that water is warm through the summer, girl. Like, I am dipping in. Even in the winter, I can get in. When did you decide to dedicate more time to social media? When the pandemic hit, I was working at a restaurant. I was a hostess and I was also a waitress. I don't think I was a good waitress though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they liked me as a waitress. And honestly, I wouldn't like me either. I was too forgetful and I would get distracted very easily. Obviously, like, restaurants closed, so I didn't have that job anymore. I was still in college, but it was online. When the wigs started to pop off, that's when I started taking it more seriously and I dropped out and everything. Do you ever see yourself leaving Miami? Now that I left it, I do not see myself leaving it, just because my family is here and I want to be present with my family. Like, I feel like I already tried the whole moving out on my own. And again, I don't regret it. I think those years were very formative years and I had to make a lot of mistakes on my own and figured stuff out on my own to make me who I am today. I wouldn't leave Miami. I'm very happy here. I'm happy with my family. I honestly have grown to love Miami so much now that I'm back. I love all the Hispanic culture here and I love La Playa. What can I say? What is the one thing you have learned in a relationship that you would never do again? When I was like in a high school relationship, I would break up with my boyfriend really often. Yeah, it was kind of messed up. And when I broke up with them, I kind of just broke up with them like through text. That's fucked up. I did that and I'm sorry. I was a kid. I don't know. I was a teenager. It wasn't right. I'll admit it. But I've learned to communicate and talk to your partner rather than just breaking up with them and getting back together with them. And if you're going to break up with someone, break up with them in person. That was not right of me at all. Do people treat you differently now that you've lost weight? Yes. Yes, 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 and 1,000 times yes. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I remember going to the parties in LA, and there was one time where I was going to the bathroom, and this girl, they started banging at the door. You know when you go to the bathroom and like a girl is just catty and she bangs on your door telling you to leave? This girl literally bangs on my door. I open, I'm like, what? Like, what's going on? And then she goes, oh, you fat bitch. Like, basically body shaming me. Even like some of the guys, I remember one time I ordered takeout, and at this time I was pretty hefty, and one of the guys were like, oh, that's why she's gaining so much weight, da, da, da. Not even in a nice way, I just heard it them, but yeah, basically, yeah, they do treat me differently. People treat me a lot better now that I've lost weight, which in hindsight is a little messed up. It just made me realize how fucked up it really is, and how people will really treat you differently depending on your weight. And it's wild. I'll never forget the people that mistreated me when I was heavy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm never forgetting. Because now a lot of people are kind to me and they treat me differently, which is crazy. Do you ever struggle with social anxiety? And if you do, what makes it less worse? My meds. Being in LA, or even just with me being social, I felt like I had to drink for my social anxiety to be social, and I never knew my limit. I would drink to the point where I would black out. I would wake up the next day hungover, my whole day gone, even 2 to 3 days gone, because I had such a headache and I just felt so out of it. And I don't know how I did that to myself almost every week. That's a part of the reason why I lost myself, because I felt like I had to drink for my anxiety and to be social. If you are doing this now, drinking is not going to help you at all. If anything, it's going to make it worse. Something that's helped me a little bit is medication, reading self-help books. Don't go for the medication first, actually. Maybe go to a therapist or read self-help books first and journal. And if that doesn't work, then medicate yourself. Go to a psychiatrist. What is your way with coping with stress? Working out, honestly, or going on a walk has been my new way of coping with stress. When did I move out by myself, and what is the age gap between your sisters? So I moved out at the age of 19, and the age gap between my sisters is 10 years. So right now they're teenagers. They're in high school. They're figuring out their hobbies. Like, for example, one of my sisters really likes volleyball and the other one likes gaming. They're very, very into that. Like, they do that every single day. One of them lives, breathes Fortnite. The other one does volleyball. And me, I'm just at a stage of my life where I'm trying to figure myself out and like what I want to do. We are in two very, very different parts of our lives. And I can't wait until they're out of their teenager phase, actually. Like, I can't wait until they're not embarrassed to hang out with me, because they weren't like that before, and now they're embarrassed because they're teenagers. Those are all the questions I've had for now. Thank you guys so much for asking me these questions, and thank you so much for all the love. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please let me know. Like, I don't mind sitting down here and yapping to y'all. If you guys have anything to say, make sure you comment down below and talk to me. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. I will be going on vacation soon, so I'm excited. I'm going on a cruise. All right, guys.